Let me ask you something. Have you ever been told that walking is the best exercise as you get older? Most of us have. Maybe your doctor, your neighbor, or your fitness instructor said, just keep walking and you'll be fine. But here's the truth. While walking is excellent, it doesn't train your muscles in the way your body truly needs after 60. And if we only rely on walking, we may actually miss out on the very strength that keeps us independent, balanced, and resilient. Imagine this. A friend of mine, Susan, age 67, walked every single day for years. She thought she was doing everything right. But one morning, she tripped on the edge of her rug, and because her leg muscles weren't strong enough to catch her, she fell and broke her wrist. That accident wasn't from lack of walking, it was from lack of strength. And that's why today, I want to share with you 5 simple, doctor-recommended strength exercises that are actually better than walking when it comes to protecting your independence and vitality. Section 1, Sit to Stand, the Independence Builder. Let's start with one of the most powerful and underrated exercises, the sit to stand. This movement mimics getting up from a chair, which you do many times a day, at the dinner table, when visiting friends, even standing up from bed. Here's how you do it. Sit in a sturdy chair with your feet flat on the ground. Cross your arms over your chest, or place your hands lightly on your thighs. Then lean forward a little and push through your heels to stand up. Slowly sit back down with control. That's 1 repetition. Why is this so important? Because strong leg and hip muscles mean freedom. Think of George, a 72-year-old grandfather I know. He loves attending his grandson's soccer games, but the bleachers are tricky, up and down, up and down. When he practiced sit-to-stands 3 times a week, suddenly he found himself standing up with ease. No hesitation, no worry. Do this 10 to 15 times, and you'll feel your thighs and hips working. This exercise doesn't just strengthen, it preserves dignity. Because what's more frustrating than needing help just to rise from a chair? With sit-to-stand practice, you take back control. Now, let's dive deeper. The sit-to-stand is also a mini squat. It's teaching your body to engage your quadriceps, hamstrings, and glutes in harmony. When you do it regularly, you're not just getting better at standing up, you're preparing your body for almost every movement in life, standing from a car seat, getting out of bed, or using the restroom without assistance. It's the exercise of independence. I recall a woman named Patricia, 75, who once told me, "Doctor, I dread going to restaurants because I feel embarrassed when it takes me forever to stand up." After practicing sit-to-stands, she returned to her favorite cafe and stood gracefully, with no hands, when her friends arrived. She said, "For the first time in years, I didn't feel old. I felt like myself again." That is the emotional power of this simple movement. Section 2, Wall Push UPS, the Upper Body Protector. Next, we need to talk about the upper body. Many seniors focus on walking, but forget that weak arms and chest muscles can make daily tasks harder, like opening jars, pushing doors, or even bracing yourself during a stumble. Wall push-ups are a safe and effective way to build that strength. Stand facing a wall, place your palms flat at shoulder height, then bend your elbows as you lean toward the wall. Push back to standing. That's 1. Why do these matter? Because the upper body is often neglected. We walk, we climb stairs, but how often do we push and pull? The muscles in your chest, shoulders, and arms are critical when you're carrying groceries, holding onto a railing, or catching yourself from a fall. Let me share Anna's story. At 65, she told me she couldn't carry her groceries without straining her shoulders. She felt embarrassed asking her daughter to help. After just 2 months of regular wall push-ups, her arms grew strong enough to carry her own shopping bags again. That small win gave her a huge boost of confidence. Try starting with 2 sets of 10 reps. If that feels easy, increase to 3 sets of 12 to 15. Step a little farther back from the wall for more challenge. And always remember to breathe. Inhale as you lean in, exhale as you push back. Here's another example. Richard, 70, a retired teacher, said he noticed something surprising after doing wall push-ups for 3 months. His posture improved. He stood straighter, his shoulders pulled back, and he felt less stiffness in his neck. Why? Because wall push-ups strengthen not just your arms but your supporting muscles too. They activate your core, stabilize your shoulders, and improve blood circulation. Richard said he felt more alive in his upper body, like the muscles were awake again. Walking is wonderful, but it doesn't challenge these muscles in the same way. That's why wall push-ups deserve a permanent place in your routine. Section 3, Step UPS, the Balance Keeper. Now, let's train your balance and coordination. Step-ups are one of the best functional exercises for older adults. All you need is a sturdy step or staircase. Place one foot on the step, push through your heel, and bring the other foot up. Step down carefully. Alternate legs. Easy to learn, powerful in effect. Why does this matter? Because falls are one of the biggest risks after 60. In fact, balance training can literally save lives. Step-ups not only strengthen your legs but also sharpen your brain-body connection, making you more agile in daily life. I remember Michael, 70, who used to avoid stairs completely. He feared slipping. But after practicing step-ups daily, his legs grew stronger, his coordination sharper, and soon he was climbing stairs with confidence again. That independence gave him back the joy of visiting his upstairs study, where he loved reading history books. Do 10 to 12 repetitions per leg. Start slow, hold on to a railing if needed, and focus on control. Over time, you'll notice your balance improving, and with it, your peace of mind. Here's another powerful story. Linda, 68, shared that she stopped visiting her church choir because the rehearsal room was up a flight of stairs. She said, "I didn't want people to see me struggle. That broke my heart." But after incorporating step-ups, she returned. Not only did she climb the stairs with ease, she sang with more joy because she wasn't weighed down by fear. Exercise gave her back her community, her connection, her sense of belonging. That's why I call step-ups the confidence exercise. They don't just strengthen your body, they restore parts of your life you may have given up on. Section 4, Resistance Band Rows, the Posture Fixer. Walking doesn't train your back muscles much. And as we age, many of us develop rounded shoulders, a stoop, or even back pain. That's why resistance band rows are so valuable. Here's how: sit or stand with a resistance band looped around a sturdy anchor. Hold the ends, sit tall, and pull your elbows back, squeezing your shoulder blades together. Release slowly. Why do this? Because your back is your body's frame. Strong back muscles keep you upright, balanced, and energized. Without them, you slump, your lungs compress, and your energy drops. Let me tell you about Margaret, 74. She loved knitting but noticed her shoulders hunching forward. After learning rows, she practiced them while watching TV. Within weeks, her posture improved, her back pain eased, and she stood taller. Her friends even commented, "You look younger." And she felt it too. Aim for 2 to 3 sets of 10 to 15 reps. Focus on squeezing the shoulder blades together, not just pulling with the arms. Imagine trying to hold a pencil between your shoulder blades. That's the feeling. There's also an emotional piece to posture. When you stand tall, you project confidence. People treat you differently. Margaret once told me, "I felt invisible before. Now, I feel noticed." That's not just muscle, that's dignity restored. And let's not forget breathing. A strong back opens your chest, allowing deeper breaths, better oxygen flow, and more energy for your day. Walking alone won't do that. Rows will. Section 5, Heel Raises, the Stability Secret. Finally, let's focus on your calves and ankles. These small but mighty muscles are essential for stability and fall prevention. Heel raises are simple. Stand tall, hold onto a counter if needed, and slowly lift your heels off the ground, rising onto your toes. Lower down with control. Why is this crucial? Because your calves act as pumps, helping blood flow back to your heart. They also control how you walk, how you step, and how steady you feel. Picture John, 69, who used to shuffle when walking. He feared losing his stability on uneven ground. After practicing heel raises daily, he noticed a spring returning to his step. He said, "It feels like my legs woke up again." Do 15 to 20 repetitions. Over time, your ankles become stronger, your circulation improves, and you feel steadier on your feet. Here's a second story. Eleanor, 71, loved gardening but stopped kneeling in her flower beds because standing back up felt wobbly. After incorporating heel raises, she regained ankle stability and now spends hours tending her roses again. She said, "It's like I got my balance and my joy back." These small muscles make a big difference. Don't overlook them. So, here's the big question: are you only walking, or are you also training your strength? Walking is wonderful for the heart, but these 5 exercises, sit to stand, wall push-ups, step-ups, resistance band rows, and heel raises, go deeper. They build the muscle, stability, and confidence that truly keep you independent. Think about Susan, George, Anna, Michael, Margaret, and John. Their stories remind us that it's never too late to grow stronger. These are real people, just like you, who discovered that strength training gave them back freedom. Now, I want you to reflect. Which of these exercises will you try first? Have you noticed moments when strength, or lack of it, changed your day? Share your thoughts in the comments. Your story might inspire someone else. And if you found this video helpful, please give it a like, subscribe to our channel for more senior fitness secrets, and share it with a friend or family member who could use these tips. Because health is a gift, and it's even better when shared. Together, let's keep moving, keep growing, and keep thriving after 60. Remember, staying strong after 60 isn't just about adding years to your life, it's about adding life to your years.